Okay, Joe, you're standing for the Greens in Birmingham Erdington. You've been on the floor of the voting count.
Yeah.
What do you think of your chances so far?
Well, it's looking not as good as I thought it would. That's factoring two things. The fact that Russell Brand came out and told everyone to vote Labour. He's got a very strong Green following, and I think that a lot of people have been almost induced into voting Labour through fear, and also the media, the mainstream media. I think they've pushed the two-party competition very biasly, and that's had a knock-on effect as well, I think.
Okay, do you think you've done well enough to stand again or have some kind of impact?
Yeah, well, we didn't stand. We haven't stood in Erdington before, so any number of votes is better than what we did before, obviously. And I think I've run a fairly positive campaign, talking about progressive policies and positive change, and I think that's resonated with certainly quite a few of the younger people in Erdington, and I think we can definitely build on it.
Okay. Now, Russell Brand, you mentioned him. He did kind of ask people to support Greens and SNP in some areas, but they were quite specific. So before you kind of sang his praises
Yes,
when I
yeah.
spoke to you about him before. What's changed?
I don't know. Maybe it's a golden handshake. I don't know, but it's really bizarre. I don't know why he had faith in the Labour Party beating the Tories in this election. We didn't vote for a Labour government in 2010. There was a reason, and I think that he backed the wrong team. He should have been pushing for the Green vote about a year ago, and we could have built on that, and we could have been looking at like 10-12% of the vote. But instead, it looks like we would probably get 4 or 5% tops.
So although Russell Brand has backed Caroline Lucas in Brighton,
Just in Brighton.
would you now say overall that Russell Brand is wrong?
I would say he's wrong to say we should vote Labour. What he actually said was, in Scotland, you don't need me to tell you how to vote. But in England, so we need him to tell us how to vote. I think it's really bizarre. He's got such an open mind, and the way he's been talking about policy, the Green Party policies, and then he just suddenly switches to Labour. It's quite bizarre.
Okay. And so quickly, finally going to ask you, if obviously Labour is most likely to hold on to Birmingham Council and they might win nationally, if they do, is that still not better as far as you're concerned than having a Tory government?
I don't want the voters to be influenced into voting for a party. I want the voters to look at the manifestos, read the policies, and vote for the policies that they want made into law, not be scared into voting for Labour.
Okay, cool. Joe Belcher, thank you very much.